Ridgewood Academy stood like a fortress against the evening sky, its towering spires bathed in the warm glow of a dying sun. Students in crisp uniforms moved in slow motion across the courtyard, some laughing, others whispering, all carrying secrets buried beneath their polished exteriors. At Ridgewood Academy, honor isn't just a virtue, it's currency. One wrong step and you lose everything. But what if the real crime was the truth? Somewhere in the crowd, a note slipped into a locker, unnoticed, yet holding the weight of a storm. A stolen glance between two rivals ignited an unspoken war. Then, a phone screen lit up with a breaking news headline, "Scandal at Ridgewood. Who betrayed the honor code?" The world inside Ridgewood was about to shatter. Inciting incident. The locker room was eerily silent, except for the slow, rhythmic drip of water from a broken faucet. Adrian Vega stood frozen, his breath ragged, his hands trembling. At his feet lay Elias Monroe, Ridgewood's golden boy, unconscious, blood trickling from his temple. Then the sirens. The flashing red and blue of police lights sliced through the darkness, reflecting in Adrian's wide, fearful eyes. A scholarship student, Adrian Vega had everything to lose. But when the school's golden boy, Elias Monroe, was found unconscious in the locker room, all eyes turned to Adrian. Somewhere nearby, a torn letter lay discarded, its edges curled with sweat and desperation. The words, scribbled hastily in black ink, were damning. "Meet me at midnight. No one can know." Rising tension. The next morning, Ridgewood's hallways were alive with whispers. Eyes tracked Adrian as he walked past, every step a silent accusation. Ridgewood wasn't just a school, it was a battlefield. And Adrian, he was the perfect scapegoat. Vanessa Sinclair, Elias's best friend, stood waiting for him at the lockers, arms crossed, venom laced in her voice. "You think this school will ever believe you over him?" A flicker of doubt crossed Adrian's face. But then something else. A memory. The security cameras. Somewhere in the school's archives, there was footage. Footage that could prove he wasn't the one who hurt Elias. But when he found the screen displaying the locker room feed, his heart stopped. A shadow moved in the grainy footage, slipping into the room before Elias ever arrived. The figure was masked, unidentifiable, and then suddenly static. Someone had erased the evidence, the twist. But every secret has a price, and Adrian wasn't the only one with something to hide. In the dead of night, a hooded figure snuck into the surveillance room. Fingers danced across the keyboard, deleting files one by one. Evidence destroyed. Somewhere else in the academy, a phone vibrated. A message flashed across the screen. "If this gets out, Ridgewood is finished." Adrian clenched his jaw. Someone was pulling the strings, someone who wanted him to take the fall, and he was done playing their game. Cliffhanger ending. Breaking into the headmaster's office had been reckless, but Adrian had no choice. The filing cabinet groaned as he pried it open, fingers flipping through records until he found it. Student records, classified. A name leaped out at him, his breath hitched, the door creaked behind him. A shadow loomed, then a voice, weak, barely a whisper. It wasn't him. Adrian spun. Elias Monroe was awake, the screen cut to black. A heartbeat echoed in the darkness. Then a single phrase faded in. "Who do you trust?" Final hook for next episode. Next time on The Crime of Honor. The real culprit steps into the light, but will anyone believe the truth? This version delivers a suspenseful, cinematic narrative that keeps viewers hooked. Want any tweaks or additional layers? Like and subscribe and make sure you don't miss out on the next episode of The Crime of Honor.